My boyfriend assaulted me because he wanted kids, no matter what, so he can watch me live my life from a jail cell. 2 months after me and my boyfriend got together, he asked me if I wanted kids with him. I told him that kids were definitely on the table if we stayed together and got married. But he went, no, I mean, do you want to have a kid right now? We can raise it together even without getting married. I said absolutely not. Not only was our relationship extremely fresh, but we didn't even know that much about each other. There was no way I would want to raise a child in an environment that could turn toxic very quickly. When I told him this, he went silent for a few seconds before saying, well, I really want kids right now, so I hope you'll change your mind. I almost thought that conversation was a prank, because what man would ask to have kids with a woman who he's only been with for 2 months? But my boyfriend's look was so intense that it made me a little suspicious. I decided to pay more attention to how he was acting, and that's when I noticed that my boyfriend would always stare at my stomach whenever I was around him. All this was unnerving, but I thought I was just being paranoid because I had told him no, so there's no way my boyfriend would force anything upon me. He had always been a really nice and kind person, which is why I was attracted to him. 3 days after that, we were having intimacy in the bedroom, and once again, my boyfriend was staring right into my stomach. I just had this gut feeling that something was wrong, so I pushed my boyfriend off and told him I wasn't in the mood. He grabbed my arms and insisted that we continue because stopping in the middle is disrespectful. I told him no again, but he said, don't worry, it won't take long. By that point, I had started getting scared and was considering letting out a scream, but then I looked down and noticed that the rubber he was wearing had visible holes in it. I yelled loudly, what the hell are you doing? I landed a kick at his face and he finally let me go. He actually had the audacity to ask what was wrong, so I simply pointed to his rubber. He chuckled at me and said that because I was being stubborn, he was just taking matters into his own hands and it wasn't a big deal. He said he wanted kids, no matter what, so I'm just going to have to accept that. I saw the look in his eyes, and although I was scared, I understood that this man had gone crazy and he wouldn't let me go so easily. I told him we can continue after I go to the bathroom to relieve myself, and managed to sneak my phone along with me. I wasted no time in calling 911 and stayed in the bathroom until they arrived. Whenever my boyfriend knocked on the door, I told him that I had a bad stomach and needed more time. A little while later, he heard sirens, so he looked out the window and started screaming, did you call the cops on me, you crazy woman? I'm going to end you! He tried to pry open the door, but thankfully the cops ran to our room and arrested him on the spot. He kept arguing that he did nothing wrong, and that wanting to have kids is a natural desire that all men have. As soon as they took him away, I stopped holding back and broke down crying. I had been so scared but also sad that my boyfriend wasn't respecting my feelings at all and was actually trying to force me into a pregnancy I didn't want. I called my best friend who came to comfort me, and she also ended up calling her brother who was a lawyer. He told us to not worry since my boyfriend had broken multiple laws, and he would help me free of charge. Once I collected myself, I understood that I needed to fight this because I couldn't let my boyfriend do this to any other woman. We were able to send him away for a long time because even in court, my boyfriend kept arguing that he was only trying to make a family with any means necessary.